Premier League title race looks set to be a thriller this season. Arsenal have that 3-point advantage on third-placed Aston Villa, who are arguably the surprise of the season so far. But could injuries derail Arsenal's season? They have now reached a century of different injuries since the start of the 2024-25 season. Ben White's withdrawal in the first half against Wolves brought up that 100. Second placed on the list, that is Brighton, with 97 injuries, with Arsenal's North London rivals Spurs sitting third on 90. Is this a problem? Is this a major problem for Arsenal? Could it cost them the title, Dan, do you think?
Well, I think looking in the past, I think it's cost Liverpool the title when the season Van Dijk got injured. They didn't have any defenders. I think it cost Man City last year when a lot of their defenders were injured and they couldn't really put a back four out consecutively. I think with Arsenal this year, look, they have had injuries, yes, but they're in probably a 3-4 year cycle where they've actually built a squad capable of sustaining that. So yes, Gabriel and Saliba have been injured. They have the two boys come in Nketiah, Mosquera. Yeah, they're not probably at the level yet, but they're still really, really good players. I think they've got two in every position. I think confidence-wise, if you look at the team and you don't have Gabriel and Saliba in it, yes, it can have an effect on you. It can probably lift the other team up when the team sheets come in the dressing room an hour and a half before the game and you see your first choice centre-half's not in it, you can get a bit of a boost. So yeah, there is a part to play. I do think Arsenal can cope. I think they have the squad to do so. But it also depends on who actually is the ones getting injured.
Do you think he'll try to make moves in January just to bolster what everyone says is the best squad around a little bit further, given these injuries? In
what position? That's the key thing. I think they're covered, they're well stocked. There's probably no room for a striker. They've got Gabriel Jesus back now. Kai Havertz will be on his way back. I don't know in what capacity he's in. I don't know where you add to that squad. I mean, I know there's going to be a few attackers available, and one, Antoine Semenyo, who arguably gets in most Premier League teams. I mean, he's a fantastic player, great athlete, so he will be available, but yeah, I don't know where Arsenal actually look to be honest.
Feels like there would have to be outgoings at Arsenal before they decided to add, or if they've got a long-term target in mind that they can bring forward to now. It's all depending on how budgets shape up for January.
Yeah. Just before we move on to Villa and Manchester City, final thought on Arsenal. I mean, they're still top of the table. They've set the standards for the early months of the season. And it's only a few weeks ago that I was sat here on Soccer Special and the guys were saying it's their title to lose. So I'm interested in the psychology of those Arsenal players right now, given the near misses of recent seasons, with Villa and City now breathing down their necks. How are they feeling right now?
They'll be confident. Like you say, they're top of the league. They've performed in every game, and the Champions League, they're top of the Champions League as well, by the way. So they're one of the strongest teams in world football right now, and they'll feel that. They'll feel that the pressure is on them to win. I think it's their time. That's the sense, what they'll feel in the dressing room. I believe that. But yeah, City aren't going to make it easy, and also Aston Villa as well. They're thereabouts. So I don't see Villa challenging Arsenal in the long run. But City will be, and it's going to be a great title race.
Certainly is. I mean, Aston Villa, Dave, we must have been doing Premier League shows in the early weeks of the season when they didn't win in the first 5 games, didn't win a game until the end of September. Everyone was scratching their heads going, what's going on with Villa and Emery? What a turnaround. Yeah,
they didn't score a goal either till the back end of September. It has been a remarkable turnaround. There was the game against Sunderland where Unai Emery, after that game, described his players as lazy. I think following that remark, I think he thought he maybe went a little bit too far with that, but there has been a response from the side and they've slowly worked their way into this position. I don't think after that Sunderland game they absolutely started hitting top form. It's been a slowly developing train, if you like, and then they had the victory at Brighton and they're following that up. I think it's 9 in a row now in all competitions, and it's been a terrific run of results for Unai Emery and Aston Villa, and who's to say they're not in the title race? Maybe if it was Chelsea and Villa's position, everybody would be saying, well, this is going to be a 3-way title race. But because it's Aston Villa, maybe people are saying it's a 2-way title race. But why count them out at this stage?
Maybe they don't mind if people are writing them off as well. Who knows? And I'd love to know what it's like working with United. Dan, is Morgan Rogers. What a rise for him in the last couple of years. The strides he's taken under Emery.
Yeah, Unai Emery is a fantastic coach, fantastic manager. I've heard his attention to